My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon, specifically the Darkest Raptopia State, the second thereof. First things first, I gotta talk you through something. Well, actually, no. First things first, I'll eat your brains. But then secondly, I gotta talk you through something, and that is my quest selection has changed since the end of the last episode. I wanted to go over here, pick up the Book of Sanity from the Cove by fighting the alluring siren, negative 20% stress on a trinket, no downside. Oh baby, I want some of all of that. But I've decided otherwise. Specifically because the Book of Sanity, I think, especially considering I've leveled up these areas, I'm gonna have a lot of opportunities to pick up very rare trinkets. You can see all of the trinkets I'm looking at the moment are very rare. Here's one rare over on a medium-sized dungeon, but any long dungeon that's medium level, that's veteran level, or any boss dungeon is going to have a possible Book of Sanity. So I don't think it's imperative that I pick it up right now. I think if I have the opportunity to pick up something else that I need definitely right now, because when I'm thinking of the Book of Sanity, I'm thinking about Darkest Dungeon 1 and Darkest Dungeon 2. I'm thinking about those areas much more than I'm actually thinking about using it right now, especially considering I run a lot of stress heals in my parties typically. So another thing that I could do is level up some of my lower level characters out of their current tiers so that I have a broader base of level 3 heroes to construct more diverse parties with. And the way in which I would be doing that is by taking 4 of my lower levels into this long dungeon in the ruins and picking up the Beast Slayer's Ring for plus 25% damage versus beast and negative 8 dodge. I have a lot more to do in the Warrens, so I am going to be completely fine with having the Beast Slayer's Ring alongside for the ride. Also, I believe Darkest Dungeon 3 or 2? Darkest Dungeon Mission 2, actually. Not We Are the Flame. This is We Are the Flame. The one after this, that you take the Talisman of the Flame into. That one has beast bosses that I am really going to want a Beast Slayer's Ring to help me DPS down ridiculously quickly. So this is the decision I've made. Second thing, no, because that was the second thing, because the first thing was first things first, I'll eat your brains. Right, so the third thing is naming conventions. So I'm gonna continue, I guess if I remember, trying to name someone every episode. But external to that, for those special few who have proven themselves truly worthy, they will get a name specially made. I'm talking about no name out the dictionary, y'all. I'm saying that there are names that I have personally come up with that I deem good enough or fitting for these characters. Now, those names are based on class, so each class can only have one specially named character. I have decided, effectively, my own canon for the official name of the class. And when a person, a man or a lady, performs incredibly well in a dungeon, they will earn the name of their kin. In order to demonstrate this system in action, I'm going to mention a few things first, so that you don't get your hopes up. They're not all going to be relatable or funny. Some of them are going to be things that only I know, and I'll have to relate to you why they mean anything. Some of them are going to be cultural touchstones, like video game characters, you know, media characters from different media, like musicals and stuff. But the first one is going to be one that's more personal to me, and it's going to be Watio, our highest experienced character at the moment. Watio, the champion grave robber. Now, partly as a fact that she has Eagle Eye, and partly as a fact that she has just high crit and high crit mod on her attacks. She crit, I want to say, every single attack last time she went into the courtyard. And as a result, I believe that she has earned a name. She crits so often that I got mad that she would not stop crit hitting enemies. So Watio, you have earned the name of my D&D character, Leolof. That's not going to be entirely relevant to anyone at the moment, but I will tell you who Leolof is. Leolof is my D&D character for a campaign that I'm currently in with a bunch of friends at the moment. In fact, I'm going to be going to play again yesterday by the day this comes out, and tomorrow by the day it's recorded. But effectively, Leolof is a bard who has the lucky trait. So they have 3 points of luck, and any time on a day they can just say, no, that didn't happen, and re-roll a damage roll or an attack roll. Or a check as well. The reason that this is important is because the character inspiration behind Leolof is that Leolof is the world's luckiest person. But Leolof doesn't know that. Leolof thinks that there is a god always looking out for them. They have no clue that they're just ridiculously lucky. I've explained it to the DM in one of my favorite ways, which was, if this universe ran a billion times, in every other instance of the universe, Leolof would be dead. This is the only one in which every single thing has accidentally gone correct, and they've survived. Effectively, every single time they kill someone, it's by mistake. I have had innumerable goblins trip over and fall upon my scimitar. I have had so many gusts of wind spontaneously blow my throwing dagger into an enemy's face. And every single time, Leolof's just like, yeah, that's kind of what happens. God, I love that character. And as an extension, what's yo? I'll probably lock you in, possibly to remove Automatanophobia and lock in Eagle Eye, because it's actually kind of ridiculous. Robust isn't amazing, but I guess if I'm going to continue locking you in to lock things out of you, I may eventually end up locking that out. So let's get you in here. Let's lock out Eagle Eye. Let's lock out Automatanophobia. It's 10 whole K we're spending right there. That's rough going, but I think it's worth it. I don't think everyone can do that every week, but at the very least at the moment, you can. Okay, with one other character that there's something that I wanted to... right, it's Bergouet. And you, mon frère, need to take a bit of a kip, because you are not doing well. Alright, let's go into this dungeon. We've got our party, we've got Paris leading up the front line as a Ruins Explorer, as well as on guard. It's incredibly important that I take him for the fact that he has Ruins Explorer, just because our scouting chance is going to be insane, and if there is a secret room, we will definitely find it. Between his scouting chance extra, as well as the fact that we might... where is it? There we go. We're going to run scouting ahead. That's 55 already, plus the highlight bonus, and I'm probably going to take the Ancestors map alongside, so we will see everything that there is to see in this area. I'm not particularly pleased that I'm taking Moshel here, especially because I'm not taking Musard alongside. I want to take Fontamai, because I want to have a stress healer in our party. I don't know if it might be a better idea to take Fontamai out and put Musard in. The big reason for doing this would be Musard can then use Snuffbox in order to remove one of the diseases from Moshel here. And in fact, if I give Moshel Lash's Cure, I can have him remove another one of his diseases. This would give us damage stun, heal stun, kind of stress heal, but not really. Kind of heal, but not really. Kind of damage, but not really. Moshel is really just here to level them up. That's all Moshel is actually here for. And then all damage in the back line. I think if I give everyone Encourage, I can run this. Just because it's a low-level dungeon, I think this is going to be okay. What are we, 10 minutes in? Still haven't explained anything? Cool. Don't mind if I do. This is how we do it. None of the rest of those actually need to be unlocked. You need to take Lash's Cure. I won't be using Lash's Kiss. I do have Prevention of Nighttime Ambush on Sanctuary. I'll take Encourage as well. We've only got one other religious character, so I'm not going to be using Pray or Chant or anything. And then I'll take Snuffbox. Beauty! I could even take Gallows. Yeah, I'm also going to unlock Gallows Humor just for the off chance that we desperately need it. Since Musard's going to be super up in the back line, and I might actually need it, because I can roll a stun and then use this as a DOT on a skeleton to give myself a free turn of recovery, I'll give you the second level of the Blight there. Muletheb, you already know what you're picking up. Moshel, you also ought to know what you're picking up. Right? Yes. Good, good, good. Those are your tagged abilities. And Paris, you're my front line, so you actually will be running something like Uppercut, Finish Him. So I want to say kind of this build is much more likely for you. Yeah, that looks pretty damn good. Alright, let's get our equipment, our trinkets, and get the fuck out of here. So, stunning trinket. Bounty Hunter, I'm thinking you get at least one stun. But are you damage? You might be Sun Ring stunning trinket, in which case you're something like this. Loses 4 dodge, that's not particularly important. Yeah, that seems about how I'm going to be rolling you. The problem is the Vestal also would like a stunning trinket, but I don't have another one handy. Not good. Oh well. Let's give you the Ancestors Map and the Ancestors Scroll. You're straight up just gonna hang out and heal everyone, pretty much. Grave Letter Opener and Absinthe. I really don't want to run that combination on anyone. Ever, actually, as it turns out. Ever is the answer to that. I kind of want to not put extra stress items, but of course, it's going to be important that I make sure the enemies die really, really quickly, because that's effectively going to be lowering my stress as well, right? You aren't super accurate. 105 versus what's... I'm going to be versing like max 10 dodge in this area. Okay, yeah, you don't really need to be more accurate. I'll give you the Bleed Amulet here. In fact, that's way better for you than the Punishment Hood. So happy to have that now. I might give you the Berserk Charm. Probably not necessary. In fact, you're already super accurate, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to give you the Berserk Charm, lowering your accuracy but increasing your damage. Not by the same amount the Sun Ring would have, mind you. And then the Sun Ring is going to go on Moshel. Okay, 2 stuns. Your stun is a little less reliable because it's only running by the base chance of 120, whereas this is going to be running by 145. We've got the bleed that's not going to work on skeletons, and then we've got all of our thrown weaponry. Seems good to me. As long as I can manage our stress during the dungeon, we're going to be okay. Okay, long dungeon, long dungeon, long dungeon. I probably don't really need to take an incredible amount of resources in here. I'll take a couple of holy waters just because opening certain things, that is to say the bowls of treasure and certain fountains as well as the Eldritch Fountain, it's going to be incredibly important to have the holy water with me. I won't take medicinal herbs because I just won't interact with the Iron Maidens, because I don't need to. And if I need to interact with one of the Alchemist tables, I can just interact with my highest Blight Resist character. Bandage, not necessary. Antivenom, not necessary. You only need shovels in a few See, I think I need to overstock on skeleton keys and just take no other special curios, except for the holy water, obviously. So that's a full feast. I'm going to have to full feast every time because I'm going to want the stress reduction. So it's going to be like full feast, and then 4 hunger procs over a long mission. That doesn't seem unreasonable. Okay. I don't think that's as over-provision-y as it kind of looks at the moment. Alrighty then.
The fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
If there's gonna be a secret door, I'm gonna find it, he says as he immediately finds the secret door. Okay, for stress reduction purposes, I'm actually gonna take both of the Ancestors items off of our Vestal and then put them on Pari, our bounty hunter. So his disarm chance is now going to be 105 versus, I think, a 15% resistance on this. And he's got extra stress healed. So if he does do it correctly, he should heal for 10. I was about to say 9. So that's a very, very miniature optimization that I can make there, but an optimization nonetheless. See, I'm very interested in a way that I can end with this secret door. So I'm thinking I actually loop all the way around here, then through here, and then I have to go back to move backwards, basically, through 4 corridors. But then I can go up and loop down, and I only ever revisit this room and this room, which revisiting rooms isn't a problem. But I only ever revisit those 4 corridors. Obviously, the one also that I'm in. So that's not a huge amount of stress to incur, actually. And I think that's going to be our best way to get the largest amount of loot out of this. At least in the early part here, I'm not going to worry about doing things in darkness. I mean, if I'm already starting to lose light, I'll just let it fade out, as I currently have done. But I figure I'm probably going to end up with enough that I can just let the light dictate my loot haul, rather than specifically force out certain results.
Press this advantage.
1 down.
Give them no quarter.
So I can knock you to the very back, and then you'll never be able to fight me, or I could just... No, I can't kill you. Oh, right, of course I won't have the damage for it. Knock him back. Bye-bye. Unfortunately, this Bone Arbalest is still going to have a shot. A wee bit of a shotty. I'll start peppering him down just in case our... Thank you very much, Grave Robber. Decides to be able to one-shot. Quite likely they do, in fact. Yeah, definitely don't need to force out a turn of recovery here. I could lunge to try and guarantee this kill. That's one problem that I do have. If I lunge, Marshall is going to lose out on the ability to really attack at all. I could trade Pari and Marshall, but then Marshall Pari loses... Oh, he doesn't lose uppercut. Oh, they should definitely be in the opposite position then. Okay. That's just a mistake that I've made.
Is broken.
I thought uppercut could only be used from rank 1. It may have been that they used to be the case, or maybe I'm just entirely wrong. Never discount that as a possibility. It's consistently the most likely possibility.
Destroy them all. Ghoulish horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
Okay, I will... Do I take portraits home? This is something that's going to be plaguing me over the course of this, because portraits and deeds are still really important to me. Or they're becoming vastly more important. God damn. Fuck your dodge. What was my throw chance? So, would have been a thrown dagger. Accuracy base of 95? What? What? Why is that the case? Maybe she just gets her ridiculous accuracy later and I'm...
Be gone, fiend.
Unfortunate right now.
Another one falls.
Easy.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Alright, up to this room battle. Wow! That's a sexy proposition. I think that I could do it. Would I be doing it now? Probably. I'd have to change some of the abilities on some of my characters, though. And unfortunately, their sun rings would be doing nothing for them in the fight, except for incurring extra stress. Would I want to do it directly right now? Is my main concern. I think that would definitely be Poison Dart. I think our stun chance would be 45% on most of our characters, which is starkly unfortunate. But being able to have someone just dealing the dots over time, like Marshall is so fucking prepared for this fight in particular, is pretty big. Outside of that, we've got Pari, who really isn't up to the task. I guess I do have Caltrops with him. Flashbang if I want to hit even further back. Considering where you are, I'll actually change that to Flashbang. Won't be doing an incredible amount of damage, but it's slightly more accurate, and that's going to be important considering you're losing the bonus. I would take Mark for death, but I really don't think I have the time to cast that ever in this battle. I'm really concerned about this, but I think having Muathab in the party means that Divine Comfort is going to be able to heal everyone out of pretty much any problem. It's just that after this fight, everyone's going to be super stressed out. So I think if I am going to do this, I'm going to have to do this just before we leave. I can't swap around the trinkets because I don't have space in my inventory right now. That'll also give me the benefit of actually picking up some of my camping skills that might be relevant to this upcoming fight. I should change your skills back. Yep. I changed her skills. And thankfully it's not super relevant right now, I guess. Okay. I think I rolled for the hit here because my lowest amount of damage will guarantee a kill, and then I can go for the zap on the back line. Speaking of, there's our... Did both of you roll your lowest damage to guarantee that he was going to live? Is that what you've done? Out of spite for me? Oh, hurt me more. I could not care a wee bit less. You're still on 6, so never mind, you're fine. Just roll my highest crits.
Annihilated.
Let's hit you with a flashbang because we can get just a free turn off of you. Solid 8. That's kind of what you're healing on a reasonable hit late game, but just provided by our trinket. 8 to 17, constantly rolling these 8s. I hate it. I'm not a fan. 7 to 12 rolls the 7. Okay, beautiful. You're now dead to your bleed. To lower the amount of stress over the party overall, I'll take that on myself.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Did that just rediscover the secret door? Yeah, no. I know where it is. Game, I've been planning around it. Alright. We have a lot of obstacles that we're gonna encounter and re-encounter. That is really unfortunate for us. There's another hunger proc.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Hit that torch too early, I'll tell you what. Okay. I'm gonna hit this guy just to try and pepper him up. I forgot to change the Musad's skills back. Damn it. Let's stun you. I trust that Musad will act before the Bone Arbalist and kill them. Like they did. Nice work, Musad. I could do finish him, try and take out the Bone Soldier. Oh, no, no, no. I'll shuffle you out of position. Never mind. I did stun them, but I didn't shuffle them out of position. Okay. We'll start knocking damage into the back line just so that I can take it out before this guy crits me to death.
Confidence surges.
Well, not to death, but to sadness. We can leave the Bone Rabble alive for a turn just as long as we guarantee that the Bone Soldier dies, because the Bone Soldier is much more likely to crit and just does a higher base damage. Oh, perfect to have the healer go first here. They're going to be able to heal a significant amount from our party. Woohoo!
From our lands.
We're managing this stress really well for a party that doesn't have stress management. Very glad that I don't have anyone that specifically wants to interact with those Iron Maidens in any way. That would be unfortunate. Nice. You're on your way to earning a name. Using crit as my stress management right now. Only one of you is going to have to stun the Bone Defender, so if the other one can just take this enemy out, we'll be fine. This is my better chance at stun. Nice. Too easily done. If we can somehow engineer this to have... what's your name again?
Decisive pummeling.
I want to say Puchot? Paris. Paris deliver the final hit. We'll be in a good position.
Precision
Oh, the
and
crits are
power.
ridiculous. None of them are stress healing, but they are ridiculous nonetheless. Okay, this should allow Paris to deal the final hit. And it does. 3 on the stress heal. Yeah.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Yes, they are being felled. And they are being beaten. Do I drop something in order to have the space to shuffle around the things? That is to say, so that I can heal 7 stress. Okay, 80% is a good enough chance. Yes, there's a little min-maxing that I left on the table there. My bad. Have I been interacting with Curios on the way up? Because if so, that's incorrect. I should have just been leaving them the entire time. Should I go for the back line? Because this line can already be stunned and hit by other characters. Yeah. That is her max damage, so I don't feel bad about that, actually. See, the thing is, 1 damage is equal to 1,000 damage right now, so Caltrops dealing only 1 is fine. I'm not going to go for the stun and possible crit. Sorry, the stun and possible crit actually turned out to be what happened. I'm not going to go for the lightning, the smite with the possible crit. I'll just guarantee that you don't get a turn. I really need to change Musad's abilities back. This is the second time it would have been incredibly useful to have the set that I was originally planning for. Let's get a heal out on you there. Bounty Huntman. Oh, cool. Bone Defender is never acting. That's going to be handy. Solid 7 damage, but if it's ever going to be taken on anyone, I'd love it to be taken on our Flagellant so that they can unlock their inner potential. Got him.
Decimated.
I guess I'm just rolling this for the debuff that doesn't hit. Time for the Clumsy Axe Blade. Oh, 4 whole damage. Don't mind if I out-heal double that right now. Alright, cool, he's dead. Bye-bye.
This expedition at least promises success.
Since I know I have this as an interaction with something outside, I'm heavily considering taking it. I do need crests, I do need portraits. Am I going for money right now, or am I not going for money? I think I have to continue going for money so that I can get the bank to go out of control. So I guess I'm dropping the citrine and picking that up. That will be opened with a key on our way back. Thank you for the... I shouldn't have interacted with that. Yeah, bugger. I was not supposed to interact with that, and I only just... I didn't change Musad's either positioning or abilities. Again! It's like I don't like winning. You'd be forgiven for thinking that I just hate success. Now I let both of the cutthroats act. That's the worst case scenario. Good lord. Alright, let's just double stun. We have the actions to do it. Alright, he's dead before he ever gets an action. Stun this guy as well. Very soon he'll be dead before he gets an action. We'll be okay. $7 to 14. Let's go for the heal here because I think I'm going to be able to do it for free and no one's going to stop me. Beautiful. Now I just roll the thing with the highest crit chance so that I can try and do some stress healing. Doesn't work out, but more than fine.
This is how a life is taken.
I'm very likely to end up with a stack of jade. A stack of emeralds only needs to be 3 high before it's better than gold. I kind of want to keep the bandage to prevent bleeding in the Shambler fight, but the Shambler fight is happening at the very, 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 very end. So until that point, it's just going to be a dead slot in my inventory. Okay. Move you to the back. Change your abilities. Thank you. Well done, Ryan. All it took was 30 minutes for you to display the lowest amount of competency. The bare minimum. Good stun, though. That guy could have acted next. He didn't, and he'll never act again right now, but he could have. I don't feel comfortable with the damage range on the thrown dagger right now, so I'm actually going to lunge for this kill.
Masterfully
Yeah, good kill. I have better damage on just the throw, as it turns out. I can roll that. I want to get my healer before I get my bounty hunter, though. As I do. Beautiful. I could have rolled party heal there, because she likely wasn't missing that much health. She has a really low health base. Oh, well. So I kind of want to rest before I go back, just so that I open up inventory space, but at the same rate, I can just turn off the light and then turn the light back on as soon as I get all the way back down there, and that seems like a much more efficient usage of my lighting. So, light goes off.
Darkness holds much worse than mere trickery.
Time to loot.
Boogeymen.
I can't actually take any of those. Yeah, we did it! I'm eventually going to need to gather blood so that my people that go in the courtyard mission have enough blood to survive through the courtyard mission. That's going to be a rough draw for me.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Okay, we have a hallway fight spawned here. Is it because there's a Shambler already that I can't encounter one, or could I still encounter one? It could have been a collector battle, I know that for a fact.
Executed.
No, my party positioning is incorrect. Forgot about all that shenanigans.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Okay, you are behind you, and then you are behind you. So I can't use default party order because my default party order is wrong. It's not correct. Bad, bad, no good. I'm pretty pleased with how stress has been managed so far. Now we can get rid of this.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
It's a little amusing to me right now how little we got, despite the fact that we are in low light. So we should be getting so much more loot than this. Yikes. I screwed up. I was supposed to rest in the previous room. Good lord. Alright. I don't want to try and wait for Musard's turn to do a split dagger or anything like that.
Impressive.
I could have tried to wait for that, but I feel it more effective. Just to make sure that the Bone Courtier doesn't get an attack off, because that would be with me until I camped.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Alright, guess I'm gonna open these in moderate light. Fine. And they still give me more than I've gotten from anything before. Fine. Gotta make sure that I remain one key. That means this one's gonna be opened with my bare hands. I carry around some Ursine fists at all times, so I'm gonna be opening them with my bare hands. Split? Still just alive enough to make me a sad dude about it. Alright. There's your stun. This is about a 70, but if I can prevent him from... Never mind. Ugh. Here we go. No crit. 8 to 17, rolls 8. Cool, 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 cool. Nice crit. God!
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Thankfully, that enemy bled to death in time for me to be able to roll a hit. Unfortunately, it's stress time. That's really not okay. Alright, time to exsanguinate. Heal myself up.
The bigger the
Beautiful
beast,
kill.
the greater the glory. A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Okay, secondary scout. So we now know we only need one more shovel, and it's for this obstacle here. We could also use it for treasures in any other area now. So that makes this shovel a lot more free. I will be camping here, so we can use the firewood.
A spark without kindling is a goal without hope.
I will keep that 2 leftover food, which means that I am going to have to ditch one of these. I think I'll take the anti-venom, actually. Because this treasure chest could be interacted with anti-venom to defuse a trap, rather than having to use a key. which is going to be more valuable than a stack of citrine that I'm probably still going to throw away later. Okay. Lash's Cure removes a disease. Snuff Box did not remove a disease. So I guess Lash's Cure actually removed both diseases? Interesting. I don't need Scout Ahead at all. I can use my first camp without having to worry about what am I going to do for my other camp. So this is how we do it. I can just take. We definitely want Sanctuary. Random supply item is probably just going to be the last thing I do if I do anything. Actually, it's probably going to be Encourage. And I guess this is how we do it. All right.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
That could be important. It's 30% extra damage. Who would it go on? It'd go on Puri, the bounty hunter. Would I take it now? No, I'd want to take it later. Basically on my way back down here just after a rest. So I go all the way around this loop, get to this room, then I come back through here. I have to backtrack through there twice just to make sure that I have a 30% damage buff. It's worth it, though. It will be. Which means I rest after this room. That's not bad. That's not bad. Could be a lot worse.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Unfortunately, I'd already given up my stack of those.
Powerful blow.
Nice crit. That's not a crit. We're being cheated. I'll swap so that I can try and give myself a turn for a party heal, which works out. Nice work.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Gotta remember, if any time I use default party order, I have to swap that a little afterwards. Okay, pump the torch. Let's go in. I do have to remember, I do need one torch. I need one torch and one skeleton key by the time I get all the way down here, as well as one shovel for this obstacle, because I want to go down this side and then loop back up to the Curio. Okay. As for the fight that I'm currently in, let's try and live one day at a time here. If we can maneuver... baby? We can. Woo! Exact damage for the kill. Don't mind if I do. You're gonna have to quarrel. Don't mind if you do.
Well,
And a critical stun. I am just a big old happy chappy. Alright. Let's start peppering you down. That now means that I'm going to be able to use his flashing daggers here. Pretty damn effectively as well. You should roll the stun because I'm feeling pretty good about my chances with his bone up. No, I shouldn't. Yeah, that's right. I don't do much damage. I keep forgetting that. It's good enough, though. Lunge him. Got him.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
All right, well, that's everything scouted quite easily, in fact. We likely could have gone about all this business without the Ancestors map. I'm going to stun this guy because I'd never want him to ever have an action, and his speed is... Yep. If I did not crit him for the kill, he was going to have an action there. It is so important I prevented that.
Ground quakes.
That's some good fighting. Like my mama used to make. Woo! Baby? Got him.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Well, there goes that stack of crests, I guess. Thank you for being looted. How dare it already be looted? I'm mad about it. Hey, Eldritch Altar. That clarifies why I want one of these holy waters in here. I've also got another holy water for the Warrior of Light. So I've got 2 more holy waters afterwards that are not exactly yet earmarked for something. I'm gonna roll that here because now Marshall can take you out, and then these 2 rangers can actually take out the Bone Courtier before it gets a turn. Kind of like that. I guess instead I'm gonna be stunning the Cultist Brawler. More than happy to have done so, considering the Cultist Brawler has a higher crit chance. Unfortunately, I don't have split damage for the front 2 lines. I guess that's a job for you, Marshall.
A devastating blow.
Beauty. Easily going to be able to kick in 6 damage before the Bone Defender gets a turn next round. Probably just from the lunge. Yeah. That can be sold for a fair amount of money. It can be traded for goods and or services. But for the moment, I actually don't think I can afford to take that with my party. Alright. Paranamania and Dark Temptation both fucking suck, and they make Marshall impossible to take to a bunch of different locations. Courtyard, Weald, Warrens, not okay. Dipsomania and Hargamania kind of do the same thing. I can't take you to the Weald. That's pretty much the only one. Oh, or the Warrens. And you're a Weald foe, which means I can't take you to the Weald. See, that I can deal with, but these, if they force me to interact with things, they just fuck me up so bad. There goes Dark Temptation. Unfortunately, I think Paranamania was the one that was locked in, so we didn't save a huge amount of money there. We saved a lot of money and a lot of time, but not as much as we could have. Okay, guess we're just going to be leaving the 1 by the very end. That is more than fine by me. Ooh, stun and move. Well done. I guess that just means that my vessel is going to have to do the party heal. Oh no. I'm terrified about this. This isn't okay. I didn't sign up for... Never mind. Vessel doesn't even get a turn. Let's just do reordering a party and then fix it. Okay. These are our last 2 torches. Is that correct? Yes. There's nothing else I want to use a torch on. Is that correct? Yes. Okay, now I'm not using a torch. We're done. Okay, if we can stun you and move you out of position... Oh! That's fucking huge! Bringing Cutthroat in the back line is only going to be able to do Harmless Poke. Bringing Fusilier in the front line is only going to be able to do... the other ability that I can't remember the name of at the moment. Yikes. Rushed Shot. The name of the ability.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
In fact, the Fusilier at the front line, I am not even going to worry about. I will worry about this Brigand Bloodletter for the fact that the stress nukes to our party, not okay. So you are my next priority. Speaking as my next priority, die. Good.
Victory. Perhaps the turning point.
See, I don't worry about Rush Shot. Only 2 damage. Now I can kill you, and then I've got this Fusilier that I'm almost certainly going to move before next turn. Especially if he's stunned, because he doesn't get a move next turn. Got him. I really wanted her to do the finishing hit as well to relieve her stress. We did manage to pick up another 2 food, which means that we now have 2 camps. Sorry, a full camp, rather, and 2 hunger procs. Which is exactly what I wanted. No, the quest is not complete yet. Okay. I'm gonna turn out the light.
Secrets and wonders can be found in the most tenebrous corners of this place.
The anti-venom neutralized the poison, but it's not a problem. I will keep that anti-venom because I'm probably going to be fighting and needing it, possibly in the future. You have the highest trap disarm in the party, I believe. Yes, 100 rivaling a 95. 95 only from the Ancestors map, mind. So, the unburnt torch. 500 or anti-venom? Starting a stack of gold or anti-venom is the different choice, actually. You prick! You hogamania'd you way out. Oh, I hate you. Oh, you know what? That's actually fine, because I fucked up anyway. I was supposed to rest before I... Because that's until camp, and we're about to camp. So I was about to screw that up anyway. So, you know what? I actually feel better that she screwed me over there. I can use the shovel here. Beautiful. Alright, let's take this unburnt torch.
A fortune waiting to be spent.
Can't take. Okay. Now it's rest time. I'm gonna want all of my more fighting kind of things enabled. Also, stress reduction would be nice. Planned takedown would be quite good as well. Accuracy and dodge. You may well cast... Oh, can't cast that on yourself, unfortunately. And I don't have Lash's Kiss. Yikes. Lash's Kiss would be pretty good right now. No, it's not quest complete. It's firewood. I'm just trying to remind myself of this all constantly. It is difficult just because I'm dumb. I'm dumb as a stump and twice as ugly. It's not okay for me right now. Alright. I think I end up pilfering. You definitely use this is how we do it. Plus accuracy and plus dodge. I'll actually put that on our frontliner here. No. I'll add your dodge and your accuracy. We'll prevent the nighttime ambush. Do we have 4 left or 2? Okay. You only had 2 stress, so I'm going to use a pep talk on the person who is holding the most stress plus trinkets, and that is Musard. So, pep talk to Musard. Rest is complete.
The light, the promise of safety.
Before I take on the fight, I will pre-shuffle my party. I'll do all those kinds of things. Okay. These are the correct abilities for you. These are, but unfortunately, the correct abilities for you. Those are the correct abilities for you. You need to drop flashing daggers for poison darts. I'm going to pre-shuffle my party to try and negate the worst effects of the shuffle, and I'm going to give everyone a holy water buff, because I know that I don't need the holy water from now on. Here we go.
Behold the infinite malignity of the stars.
Okay. Flashbang should be able to be used from the back line. It's only going to be a 45 on the stun, but if I can get that before the Shambler gets a turn, this is going to be fucking ridiculous. It's 45. Unfortunately, I am going to have to spend just a couple of turns rearranging my party right now.
A dizzying blow to body and brain.
Those resists are courtesy of the holy water that we pre-planned. Clapperclaw in our back line. Pari is going to use this turn to move forward. Such unfortunate attacks. Oh! Dodged as well. Yikes. Since this is now bleeding, I'll now just ignore it for the rest of the game. I'll actually move myself backwards in order to move Pari forwards. I'm not going to be able to do a hit there, really. Could try and lower in a Caltrops, but if I put a Caltrops on the back line, what am I really doing? Negative speed and negative accuracy. It does have debuff resist, but the debuff resist is... Okay, 60. I'll roll that. And it took the debuff. That's really good.
Grievous.
Dang crit on our back line there.
Fear.
So that's the last action that this sycophant gets. This is a lot of damage that I have to forego, but some of it's going to have to go into the Shambler eventually, so I guess that's going to be now. Okay. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Okay. Now we can do a party heal. Not exactly as magnificent as I'd hoped, but doing okay. Good dodges. Good dodges. Can only summon one sycophant and the other one dies immediately in the next round. That is fucking huge. Unfortunately, I'm not in a position to be using my poison darts, and I don't really want to waste a turn to get into position right now. So I am just going to be using Thrown Dagger the entire time here. Clapperclaw on our back line. Had to expect that. We'll continue with the party healing. Yeah, that bleed is really unfortunate on you, friend. I will roll this hit, because this now means anyone can kill this sycophant. Here's where Plague Grenade would actually be excellent, because it'd hit the back line, as well as the Shambler. Okay, you should be dead to your bleed now. In fact, you'll be dead this turn to your bleed if I hit you with one more. There you go. You're dead. Never get an action now. Nice crit.
It could be dismissed as a fever dream, if not for the corpses.
My stun chance here is 95%. I just need to make sure that this is dead before we get back to Pari's turn. Or I can try and prevent Pari from having a death blow anyway. Okay. Not that he would have a death blow, but I don't want him to get down to death's door. Because then if I just miss a bunch of shots, maybe he has a death blow the next turn. Ancestor's Bottle is really bad, and I don't like it. But whatever. I have it now. I can throw away the shovels if I go the opposite way around here. So I'll do that. Okay, he's only got 2 damage on this next bleed. Man, he got the Everloving shit out. Ah! Battle just spawned. Alright. Pump the light twice. I think I will fight the battle. Not a fan of this right now. As long as we control him with stuns, it should still be fine. Just an inconvenience right now. Didn't change my abilities back, so unfortunately I can't flashing daggers here. Very nice crit, though. Lunge. Kill him. I could redeem a friend here? Both of you are going to have to go into stress recovery no matter what I do, so I don't think it's worth my time to dick around, try and do stress recovery using Endure or anything like that, and then just have this one. That is to say, Marshall. Recover after the fights. Some people are going to have to get locked away for a while. Got him. But not Musard, not this day. Okay. And... we'll have a reasonable amount of things to throw away here. Should be okay. Oh, turn the light out entirely. There we go.
And now, the darkness holds dominion. Black as death.
Easily done. And we are out of here.
More bones return to rest. Devils remanded to their abyss.
Yeah, that's pretty much as much money as I could have gotten there. Unfortunately, no heirlooms, but a lot of money. Slow draw needs to be removed. Lygophobia doesn't need to be removed right now, because we're not running dark runs with you at least. Hylomania does need to be removed. Beast Slayer does not need to be added in. Alright, yikes.
An exquisite example of craftsmanship and futility.
A job well done. Free armor upgrade. Okay. Who's our highest level person who needs a armor upgrade? Sort that out right now. It's Fizzblood. Oh, it's probably actually Mortel. Because Fizzblood is not as useful. Alright. Are you an armor tinker? You are not. Okay. Boom. Pretty easily done right there. Unequip all of our trinkets. Let's have them sorted. And let's start locking these people away. You're already a Hegemaniac, a Lycophobia, Dipsomania, yikes. You should be able to just pray for that. You will only flagellate, so I may as well lock you away in there right now. And Paris, you'll be fine there. This is probably still less than 10 times I've locked people away to do stress recovery. That's pretty damn good. And that makes me feel pretty good about myself. Ooh, we could pick up Bumper Crop over here. Actually, we don't even have enough low-level people to pick up Bumper Crop, I'm pretty certain. Oh, we do! Does that constitute a party? There's no healer there. There's only one self-healer, and there's a guard. That's not enough. Although I do want another Bleed Amulet, I don't think I'd then take this team. Even if I did, I wouldn't be taking it this week because Paria's locked away. Fair enough. Alright, Guardian Shield, Man-at-Arms, not good. Lost and Found, plus the Recovery, not good. Dark Tambourine, not good. Guardian Shield again. Hero's Ring again. Sculptor's Tools? Don't even have a full team to do that. Don't even have a full team to do that. Don't even have a full team to do that. Good lord! Paralyzer Crest, plus 30% stun skill chance and -2 dodge on a Crusader. As well as activate 3 Winemaker's reserves. So I want to do that. I do have Infestation low. See, the thing is, since I have no blood right now, I feel like if I do this quest and I get people cursed, they're going to start to drink the blood, and I'm not going to be curing it for a while because it's going to be a while before I go to the Viscount. I was planning on doing that after the Darkest Dungeon. Yikes, but I really do want the Paralyzer's Crest, and I've already got curse-carrying insects beginning to spread over the estate. So I'm gonna start to get some Crimson Curse. maybe it's time I start preparing for it. I have to imagine that's going to be something that I decide fully between this episode and the next. So for the moment, my name has been Rhapsody, the name of the game has been Darkest Dungeon. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.